Oh, all right, this is Amanda Loggins, class 665 for Aspen University Advanced Addiction Counseling Skills. We are here with our awesome participant Tish today, who is going to help us out. We set this up to where she is a first-time client who has recently just hit rock bottom and came to the conclusion that she needed some help. So let's go ahead and get started. So welcome, Tish. What brings you in today?
I have never been to counseling, but I feel like I need some help because I don't know what else to do and where else to go.
That's a great step. Asking for help takes a lot of energy and effort, so great job there. And we can definitely help you out here. What kind of made you want to come to counseling?
I am at the point where I have to do something or I'm gonna lose my marriage because of drug usage.
Okay. So when it comes to your marriage, does your husband know a lot about your drug use, or do you hide it from him?
I did hide it for a long time, and then I stopped hiding it because I just stopped, and because I just wanted to. I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and so I stopped hiding it. Once he found out how bad it was, then we started having issues.
That's understandable. Now that you said that you were married, do you have children?
No.
No? Okay. Um, so let's see. So one thing I like to do during a session is kind of do a worst case, best case scenario.
Hmm.
So let's kind of look at the worst case. So if you didn't stop taking the drugs, how do you think your life would be?
I know it would be bad, but when I'm on the drugs, it feels good. So it's only when I'm not on them and I'm fighting that I realize that it's bad and I wouldn't have my husband anymore. So I don't know. I mean, I guess the best case scenario is that I could get off the drugs and keep my marriage. And the worst case is that I can't get off the drugs and I lose my marriage.
Okay. Yeah, so saving your marriage seems to be a pretty, important thing for you. Um, and I've kind of had a little bit of experience with that. Um, it was a very close friend of mine that got into drugs, and it affected my marriage a little bit, even though it was a friend, so I can see where you're coming from for that. Um, so let's see. Um, so, do you take responsibility for your drug use?
I do. I know it's my fault and I know I should stop, but it's hard.
I agree, but there's definitely some steps that we can work on towards getting there. Um, let's see. Um, and being that you've talked about that you take responsibility, it seems that you're very self-reliant. So that's
Mhm.
always something good. Um, and something that we can touch on, it's called self-transcendence, which refers to the ability to be able to kind of figure out your current situation and kind of see above and beyond that. So instead of looking towards the past and all your drug usage, it's like start looking from today
Mhm.
and look forward to what you can change and look at the positive outlooks and positive aspects of your life that will be. Is that something that you think would work for you?
Yeah, that actually sounds really good.
For some people, it's like a spiritual process. So,
Hmm.
I don't want to kind of get too deep into that, but however you want to take the word spiritual, and just kind of work that in, that would be great. Um, another another thing you can work on is just being in the present. Just kind of taking each day as it is. Um, what times do you find yourself going towards the drugs?
At night.
At night? Um, has there been anything bad happen to you during the nighttime?
I think it's always just that was easier to hide at night.
That makes
Like
sense.
when I was younger, it's easier to hide things at night. And then it just became more of a habit, you know, because I still function, I still have to like get up and do things during the day. So, I can at night times when I'm free to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
To kind of change that habit, have you practiced any other activity to try to redirect yourself?
no, I've never thought about that. Like maybe like watching movies or something.
Watching movies or, coloring in a coloring book or making time just to journal.
Yeah, I
Um,
do like to journal. I haven't done that in a long time. And I like to craft things like coloring and, knitting and stuff like that.
those
I
are
never thought
all
to one could replace the other. So,
those are all great outlets, especially bringing some creativity in that kind of gets your brain working, and it works getting your brain kind of retrained.
hmm.
So that's something you could try is whenever you feel that urge or craving coming on in the evening, pick up a coloring book, or like you said, you enjoy knitting or
Hmm.
anything like that, and just pick up one of those and just try to redirect your mindset. And that may be able to help you out a little bit.
I never thought about that. I could definitely try that.
That's great. Change is always good. Change is
Hmm.
hard, but it's
Yeah.
not impossible. So we can definitely work on that. And I think we have come to the end of our time today. So I want to thank you for showing up. I know coming in and asking for help is not always the easiest thing, but always know that you're not the only person going through this, and there are people out here to help you. So with
Well,
that, I look forward to seeing you next week.
thank you very much.